Hi folks, welcome again to the channel. Juan here from Physical Media EU. Today we're gonna do another 4K review, in this case the Steelbook for Men. Hello again and thanks for tuning in for another review. As I was just saying, today we're gonna review Men in 4K in this Steelbook release by Plion Pictures from Germany. But before we start, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you're interested in physical media, especially Blu-ray reviews and other physical media related talk. Besides that, you can also find me on Instagram, where I post little pictures of all the items that I review. So you are definitely welcome to follow there as well. Now, to begin with the review of Men, I'd like to mention that the director of this movie is Alex Garland, and you might already be familiar with some of his work. For example, the TV show Devs for FX and Hulu. This is a vinyl that I have already reviewed in this channel. You can find the description up here in the corner. This is a TV show, a mini series. I think it's about like 8 episodes. Super good quality, so totally recommend it. Another work you might know is the movie Annihilation, which I have also reviewed in this channel. You can find the link here up in the corner. And more recently, Civil War, here presented in this media book presentation, also from Germany. And Alex Garland also did Ex Machina. Of course, cannot mention his work without naming this movie. But it's a title that I don't have yet in my collection, because the only release that one can easily get these days is a standard release, just like this one, and I prefer to wait in some cases and try to get a better presentation. In the case of Annihilation, there's no other better 4K, so I decided to go with this release. But for Ex Machina, there are very nice releases out there, and I'm sure for some anniversary or something like that, there will be some nice release coming up. So I'll just wait on that one. With that said, we can finally arrive to Men, which at the moment I have with this J card that has this information on the back. So here you can see the front, and the front without the J card, and then here is the back if you want to pause the video. But as I was saying at the beginning, this is a German release, so the text here is in German. Now I'll remove it. And this is the back of this, and there you can see the spine, which is written vertically, right? So in general, I think it's a good looking steelbook. Now if we open it up, we find a mini booklet here, which we'll explore in a second. And this is the 4K disc, and also includes a Blu-ray disc, which is behind the booklet. So here you can see both, and here is the steelbook without the discs. Now let's take a look at this mini booklet. So this is the front and this is the back. The booklet doesn't have a table of contents, so I'll just show some of it randomly. But as you can see, the content is in German, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. In my case, unfortunately, I cannot understand German, so I'm not fully aware of what it says in the booklet. I'm happy to see a steelbook that comes with a booklet, because one of the downsides that I find about steelbooks is the lack of extra content. Because in my opinion, at least, the steelbook, it is like a little bit more of a premium release, but at the same time, the only difference is that the case is metal and not plastic. The rest is all the same. So yeah, it is a little bit more premium, but it's just a presentation. There's nothing extra that you get with it. So that's one of the downsides to me for steelbooks. And I am definitely more happy with releases, for example, like Arrow Video, right, that normally includes a booklet, the posters, and so on. I'll probably record a video about it at some other point. Now going back to this movie, let's talk about the picture quality. This movie includes a 4K disc and a Blu-ray disc. The 4K disc has Dolby Vision, and the picture quality is great. It's sharp, it has good contrast, very deep black colors. All those scenes that are on the outdoors during the day, the green colors from the nature pop out a lot on the screen. So it is definitely a very nice experience. But I tried the 4K disc first, and then tried the Blu-ray one. And to be honest, the Blu-ray one looks amazing as well. So I think there's not too much of an upgrade between the 4K and the Blu-ray, but if you want the best quality available to watch this movie, definitely go with the Blu-ray, because it gives you that last push of quality that you might be after. But the Blu-ray is also amazing how it looks, despite not having Dolby Vision. Now about the audio track, it's the same audio track on both the 4K and the Blu-ray, so that's another reason why I think the upgrade from the Blu-ray to the 4K is not that big. In both cases, in a master DTH HD 5.1 audio channel, which sounds very good. I think this movie has a lot of different scenes, like outdoors, indoors, in bars, noisy, singing. There's a lot of different situation, and I think the audio track works pretty well in all of them. Now moving on to the bonus features, they are listed here in the J card. There's an interview with Alex Garland and also a making of the film. Besides that, there's also a teaser and a trailer, which to me, as I always say, doesn't really count as bonus features, but nice that they are included. Lastly, about the release, it's important to mention the regions and the subtitles, because this is a German release, as I mentioned before. So there are subtitles only in German, and the audio track included, there's one in English and also one in German. English, of course, being the original language. And the 4K disc is region free, so no problem there. And the Blu-ray is region B locked. But the good news is that both discs have exactly the same content. So if you have a 4K setup, there's no need ever to use the Blu-ray disc. And what I mean by that is, in that case, you don't need to worry about the region of the Blu-ray. Now, to finish the review, I like to mention, whenever it's possible, about other releases. In this case, Plion from Germany did this very nice steelbook, but also they did two MediaBook releases. It's basically the same release, just different cover. You can see both covers up here. Cover A, if I'm not wrong, is sold out. Cover B is still available. I think both are very nice. It's hard to choose which one is nicer, but at the same time, the cover of the steelbook also looks very nice. Between this one and the cover B, which are kind of like a variant of each other, I like this one better, so I decided to go with this one. In case you're wondering how media books look like, let me show you the one from Civil War, which I'll be very brief about it because there's a full review of this one already in the channel. You can find the link in the description if you're interested for the full review. But as you can see, it has what is the booklet, right? In the steelbook comes here in the center. You have one disc and the other, and then all the content is in this book in the middle. And these media books basically have the same size as an old DVD case, and I particularly are not like super big fan of them, but they are like quite easy to get in most of the cases, at least for us living in Europe. And depending on the art cover, sometimes I decide to go with these ones as well. And that's all for the review. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Remember to check out on Instagram for photos of the release. And lastly, I would love to hear on the comments if you have watched the movie and what did you think of it. It's a movie that is a little polarizing, right? There's people who loved it, people who hate it. So I would love to hear on which side are you on. To me particularly, I'm on the side that like it a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all at Okie Dogs.